Hallo ihr Rabauken! So in this video we are going to talk about Judder. So Judder is an effect where the video is getting very choppy, especially when you're doing panning movements. And I will explain you everything in this video. We will check out where it's coming from and we might have a solution for it. So right after the intro. So the Judder effect is caused by a combination of different screen refresh rates and frame rates of your video. So to show you how this is working, I had to shoot 3 different videos since I can't change the frame rate within a video when after I uploaded it. Okay, so it's just one video, one frame rate. So to create different panning shots, I went out into the mountain ridge and I will take you there now. So enjoy the Siebengebirge. So here we are for some Judder hunting out in the fields in the Siebengebirge. It's a little mountain range close to Bonn where I live, and it's also the area where the very famous German saga Nibelungen took place. So it's a saga where the hero called Siegfried killed a dragon and took a bath in the dragon blood, which made him invulnerable. But there was just one oak leaf covering one area on the back of Siegfried, and this was basically the spot where he was killed with later on typical human story, love, betrayal, etc., etc. And but this area over here is pretty nice, and I needed a nice spot to do some pans. I will give you some background concerning Judder, the Judder effect from within the studio in a second. At the moment I'm in the Siebengebirge at an old quarry where they basically took natural stones out of the mountain to build a church, and it's a monastery which is close to here, so it's just 1 kilometer away, and it's a very beautiful place. It's taken over by nature again, so look at this. Okay, so that's just one side of it, and I will now go up there to give you some nice pans, to take some nice pan shots. And now I will get you back into the studio to give you some background concerning Judder. So Judder is caused by a mismatch of frame rate and screen refresh rate, okay? So, and Judder is not jitter. So jitter is mainly caused by network latency if your system is processing something else and can't decompress the video in time. So these are the jitter effects, where they are coming from. With Judder, it's really the problem that you've got screen refresh rates on your mobile phone and your PC. In most cases it's just 60 Hertz. So 60 Hertz, it's like 60 SPS, so screens per second. And since we all want to be very cinematic, okay, and everybody who's talking about cinematic videos will recommend that you use 24 FPS or 25, depending if it's a PAL or NTSC area you're living in. And the problem is, if you divide 60 by 24, it's 2.5, okay? So, and now the PC needs to decide if there's the first frame of your 24 frames per second video, for how many screens it has to show the same image, right? So, and since it's 2.5, there are no half screens. So what's happening, that in the case of 24 FPS and 60 Hertz screen refresh rate, what the computer will do, it will hold the frame for 2 screens, for 3 screens, for 2 screens, for 3 screens, and so on. And if you do this 24 times, you will have 60. So what's happening then is that you're getting a kind of overlap. So you will hold one screen longer than the other one and then shorter again. So that's basically where this effect is coming from, this choppiness in the background. So to show you this and to enable you to take a look at home on your own system, I created these 3 videos of different pans. So I did 90 degrees panning movements with my gimbal. So, and I did 5 seconds, 7 seconds. So that's the time the DJI took for the pan, basically the pan movement. There are acceleration phases at the beginning and slowing down phases at the end. So I cut them like if it's when it was starting to move and it stopped moving, so they are not exactly 5 seconds and so on. So what I did, 5 seconds, 7 seconds, 10 seconds, 12 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds. always the same panning move, once with 24 FPS, then with 30 FPS and with 60 FPS. Since I can't upload them in one video, because the video I upload has got a defined frames per second timeline, I had to create 3 different videos. So in the description you will find the 24 FPS video, the 30 FPS video and the 60 FPS video. So what you need to do is to go into the description, click this video, and then check out when you can see Judder and when not. So now I will take you back into the mountains so you can see what I did. Okay, so it's pretty hot today, so I'm just taking the most or the more adventurous and most scenic way to the top. So it's actually, there's a more direct way, so but I thought I'll show you some more stuff. So this is one of the old paths into the quarry, where they took out the stones. So this is not natural, that's all man-made. And I'm pretty sure that maybe in some places you can see the holes they drilled for putting in the dynamite. Let me check over here. Okay, so these might be ones, but usually they are more parallel, the ones I found before. So they took some dynamite, put some dynamite into, and to take out the stones. I'm not sure if it was really for mining the good ones, or if it was just to get the stones they couldn't use out of the way. Oh, there's another one. Okay, so we are now going to take this path to the top of the quarry. So that's an overview over the quarry. There you can see, I'm not sure how these big stones like the one in the middle that's surrounded by nothing are called in English, but in German they are called Umläufer. So this was basically bad quality stone. They simply kept standing in the middle of the quarry. Okay, and far away, or far away, that's Bonn, the former capital of Germany. Okay, a long time ago, like 30 years. Okay, so I'm now going to set up my DJI gimbal over here, so I can do some panning shots with the same speed. So we are doing it at different frame rates, 24 FPS, 30 FPS and 60 FPS, and then see how it goes and what we can do with it. I thought I forgot this plate, but I just packed it on a different place. Thanks God. So I'm shooting this video on the Blackmagic. No special reason, just one reason. It's pretty new in my camera portfolio, basically, so I need to train with it, and it gives me all the frame rates I want. So okay, we are now going to do a 90 degrees pan. We are starting with 60 seconds for the pan. And then later on we will go down to like 5 seconds, 7 seconds, 8 seconds, 10 seconds, because the judder movement is often occurring when the pans are a little bit faster. So, but we will see. Okay guys, and I will not forget the metal song of the video. Of course. So since this is very German and the Nibelungen saga is also very German, this time I will choose Rammstein with the song Weidmanns Heil, which actually means good luck hunting, or have a good hunt. So Weidmann means hunter, is an old German word for hunter, and you know what Heil means. Okay. So as you have seen the videos I did, the panning movements at different speeds, etc, etc. So when I was checking out these videos myself, so the shutter speed, it's very important, was always following the 180 degrees rule, so it was basically double the speed of the FPS. So if you got 24 FPS, it was the Blackmagic has got a setting for shutter angle, so it was actually then 48 1/48th, and for the 60 FPS it was 120th. And what I did all the time was I only changed the ISO and the ND filters to get the right exposure, so I didn't change anything of the shutter speed, 180 degrees angle, etc. So when I was watching the videos myself, I don't know if you did already, what I found is that with the 24 FPS video, shutter, so the judder was really severe. Okay, so especially with the fast moving or the fast panning move, it was really very choppy, so it was kind of disturbing already. Okay, so with my system had a refresh rate of the monitor of 59.9 something, so it wasn't exactly 60. I couldn't set it to 60, don't ask me why. So then with the 30 FPS video, it wasn't judder free, but it was very little and very small. It was more like a kind of shivering, so not this severe judder I had with the 24 FPS video. And with 60 FPS, nothing. I really had nothing. Okay, what you need to remember is that since the shutter speed is so high, you're not getting a lot of motion blur when you're panning. Okay, that comes on top, so it might look a little bit different as what you would expect from such a panning movement. But from my understanding, so I had very severe judder with 24 FPS, etc. So now the question is, since FPS and screen refresh rate are the causes of judder, and so cinema, I think it's another story. It's an own system. Okay, you've got your cinema projectors, so they are all 24 FPS based, but I don't know much about them. Sometimes I also saw the judder effect in the cinema, and judder existed also during film, so they had another cause, a different cause, I think. So I'm not only talking about digital. But now the question is, if we are shooting videos for online, or even, I found even the 24 FPS requirement for Netflix, so it wasn't 24, it was this 23.976 FPS, I think. I'm really asking myself, we all want to be cinematic all the time. Everybody is like praying the 24 FPS as the cinematic frame rate, and everything else is kind of soap opera, etc. But I'm really asking myself, if this judder is that severe at 24 FPS, if you're watching it at home on YouTube, Netflix, etc., and your screen refresh rates are at 60 Hz, why are we using 24 FPS, even if it's more cinematic? At the moment I don't get it, really. So I also would like to open a discussion. So roast me in the comment section of this video. I really want to to get this discussion started, because I want to understand it. So if it makes sense to kind of sacrifice the image flow at some point, just to have these the technical setting of 24 frames per second for your video. So I don't know, I would really like to know it, to discuss it, to get a little bit deeper into this. So I will be really happy if you shoot me some comments on that. So guys, that's it for this video. So if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and always remember to listen to more heavy metal. See you next time. Bye.